everyone, it's your favorite High Chickboon Sister Zardi, and I know it's been a long time since I've been on this channel. Life happens, I'm busy and everything else. So again, trying to keep the channel afloat by just bringing you quality content. So today we are here with Miss Veronica. She's going to talk to you guys what she does in Liberia, and I think it's very fascinating and something to really focus on as we're all really looking to build our country and most importantly the continent as a whole. So Ms. Veronica, thank you for joining the channel today. um, yeah.
Yeah, I'm Veronica Nipson. I live in Frederick, Maryland. I'm about 45 minutes drive from to Washington, D.C. I'm up north coming towards Pennsylvania. I'm in Frederick. Um, um, what I currently do, I work in public health, um, and also we have an outreach that we have, Community Outreach, that we have in Liberia, West Africa, and we are serving the underserved communities, those communities that no one go to see. They don't have any uh, they don't have a lot of activities. They don't nobody, no development or not nothing in those communities. So we that where we are,
So
and we
you're referencing Africa, right? Liberia.
Ryan County, which is also in the southeast. And I graduated from Maryland County High School, and then I went back to the city to Monrovia to go to college because that's where they have the only university. And I did a degree in business and management. I specialized in management. And then I was able to work for a year or two. And then I came to the States and I went to the University of Toledo and got an MBA.
Okay.
And when I got my MBA, I went back to Africa because I felt I was needed there more and I
Okay.
could contribute more to the society there. So I went there and I got my master's in public health and also in healthcare administration. So I was able to run. So when I went back home, I became a director in charge of management and evaluation. So I was able to evaluate a lot of projects. So I traveled throughout the country because you had all the projects. I worked for the Department of, you would call it, yeah, it was the Department of Health, but
Mm-hmm.
and then I worked there and I had to evaluate all of these projects and I went all over the country by car and I was able to see all these places. But then we had a civil war. And then after I stayed in government, the military took over the country. And so I left and I went to start my own business because I had an MBA with healthcare administration. So I opened a business. I was into distributorship. I used to import and I was selling. You'll be surprised. I was into beauty and barber supplies.
That's the entrepreneur aspect.
Yeah. And then from there, I had 3 international hair shows. People came from the United States and Europe and they went to the international hair shows. And then the war came up. I got up one day and I lost everything I ever worked for. The only thing and I had to come to the States because I was in and out of the US being a businesswoman. And so everything I ever worked for, I lost it. My home, my money, everything. But when I came to the States, I wanted to go give back. And after losing everything, the only thing they didn't take from me was my education.
Okay.
I felt that with your education, you can always bounce back and be able to be where you want to be again. And because
Mm-hmm.
of my education, I was able to still come back and work in the United States. And I'm here. So I decided that I still wanted to go back, but then when things stabilized a little bit, I decided to make a trip and I wanted to go into education. While I was in Africa, I also taught the medical school while I was there before the war. And then when I came to the U.S. and I came to Frederick, I also became a substitute teacher. I taught in the public schools, and I also taught the community college in the global business and
Okay.
culture. So I wanted to go back, and I decided 2020. I went 2020, 2012. My stepmother died. I went to bury my stepmother, and I saw how deplorable it was in the capital city. And I'm like, if the capital city can be like this, I'm sure the outskirts of this city is terrible. So I came back, put some money together, and we decided to launch Van Community Outreach.
So
So,
why was it so important for you to give back to Southeast?
well, as I told you, we're in the underserved communities in Liberia. So if you're in the underserved communities, you got to start from the border. You have to start from the border. So we started from the southeastern border because I knew that area very well. And that
Okay.
area is an area that um, if a contract come to Liberia and they launch a contract and they have things that everybody could benefit from, before it can get to that area, the people return, the contract is over, there's no money, no funding. So the people
Right.
really never enjoy any benefits of most of the services that were going there.
Okay.
So, and I figure, having been educated, if I can educate the Southeast, at least I will tell these students uh, that, you can be who I am. I came from here. I came from here. I came in the third grade. So
Wow.
you can be something yourself. So that's why I chose the Southeast. But now we are for the entire country. So we're looking at going to the West, the Southwest. So far, we get to the Southwest this year.
So for those that really don't understand, right? So most people are probably thinking, okay, education, or maybe you're just reading. Can you tell them in detail of like what you actually do in the Southeast?
Okay, in the Southeast, in 2020, we launched the Van Community Outreach. We went on a research. We want to see what to visit the place. I had not gone there from the time I left. I graduated from high school. I never went back. So this was my first time. And in order to do that, I went and we took education supplies because it was my concentration: education, healthcare, and the elderly. Um, so those are our area. So we took supplies to the only referral hospital there. We took
Which one the referral hospitals?
the only referral hospital in the southeast, where in Grand Crew County, where I started, is the Raleigh Town Hospital. This
Okay.
hospital service over 50,000 people.
Okay.
So my first trip, I took some medical supplies there, and you'd be surprised. And then were able to serve 3,027 children pencils and pens and erasers, and were able to give chalk and writing materials to 100 teachers, and were able to give living essentials to 100 elderly. Because the elderly people need soap to to do the laundry, so we took them soap. We also had a picnic everywhere we went for the children, and we took some soccer balls, and it was a good time. That was 2020, so we launched it. I went there doing my laundry, and I'm like, okay, let's see whether they have a library here. And they didn't. Apparently, they had books on the ground. They didn't have any library. I said, okay, my next trip, I will launch a library.
Okay.
When I came back 2020, then 2021, we had COVID, so I couldn't go.
Right.
But in the process of not going, one of the villages that I went to, we had one of the villages that I went to, I had to cross a river. It's called the Batu River.
Okay.
That's Batu. That's where I'm from. My ancestors from. I had to reach there. I went to the southeast. I had to reach to where my ancestors were, and I had to cross this river.
How do
I'm
you cross
sure
the river?
I had to get in a canoe. It was the same canoe that we rode when I was a little girl. It never changed.
Wow.
You had to
Wow.
squat. You had to squat in the canoe. And crossing this river, I'm sure you will show it to them later on. Crossing this river, I was excited. I'm going to my quarter, my village. It wasn't that difficult. But having stayed in that town the entire day, I had to cross back to go on the other side.
Wow.
And they sitting in that kennel for 10 to 15 minutes. I mean, my legs, I couldn't sit because there was water in the kennel. I was going to wet myself. And so I just bare my legs became numb and I was miserable. And I
Wow.
said, it's not going to happen again. So 2021, when COVID happened, I built a kennel for my
There
village.
you go.
I
Solution.
built a, I built a 8-seat kennel and 8 life jackets. So you can now sit when you go across the kennel. People are
Wow.
now sitting to cross and they have life jackets. So when I went back, uh, and then we gave that in 2021. I was the only thing while we're trying to get ourselves ready to go. So 2022, we took a 40-foot container. A 40-foot container, you see the trucks, the trailer trucks that are going?
Hmm.
We took 2 trailer trucks
Okay.
of books, to medical supplies, school supplies, and we took over 12,000 books.
Okay.
And we have dictionaries, we got encyclopedias, mathematical books, just general knowledge books we took. So we're able to open 4 libraries.
Right.
And it's 4 libraries in the southeast, and those libraries service 12 schools, and over 4,000 students use those libraries. And then we came back, we realized that we launched the 4 libraries. We came back, we launched it in Barclay, in Grand Cook County, because we're in the southeast, all the way to the border of the Ivory Coast, the next country in East Africa. I mean, West Africa, east of us. So we launched a library in Barclayville. Barclayville, there are over 8 schools.
Right.
They have 8 schools to access the library. We went to Bethel. There's 2 schools in Bethel. We went to Grances. There are 6 schools in Grances that use our library. And then we went to Sasa. There are 5 schools. So we have 20 schools using those libraries.
Wow.
And then we came back, and then we carried medical supplies to the hospital, and we still supplied the elderly in 2022. So we came back, we did more research, and we came back that there were no textbooks. There were no textbooks. These children just went to school, and the teachers were on the blackboard writing all day, writing, and these students were just copying notes. They never had the opportunity to read the textbooks. So when we came back, we felt that there was a need to have textbooks for in our library. So we began to we have one event every year, and we got a donor, 2 donors, and we're able to take textbooks back. And in 2023, 2022 we launched the 4 libraries. And then when we came back, we went in March. You have to go this time of the year because in April the rain starts. It's gonna rain from April to October,
Right.
from April to November. So if you don't go this time of the year, you will not be able to do anything because it's a long way. So 2022 we launched, after we got back, we launched our summer reading program in each of the libraries. So we began to have the children, we did it for 3 weeks. They came 3 days a week, and we did some reading, like critical thinking and discussion on all of that. It was very successful. So we have over 200 students in each library. So we have about 1,000 students visiting those libraries a day. And all we do, we buy them snacks, and we had teachers that we had to pay. In 2023, when we came back, we felt that, as I was saying, we didn't have the Liberian textbooks. So we said we're going to take the Liberian textbooks, and we got a donor, 2 donors. We bought the textbooks from nursery to 12th grade. Every grade, we bought a complete set of books, textbooks, and we put them in we put it in a cabinet that was like 6 feet, almost 7 feet high. And we had shelves, and we put these textbooks there. So the students now are able to go into the library and use these textbooks. Last month, in one of the libraries, we have 1,457 students use those textbooks
Oh
in,
wow.
yeah, in January in one library, and over 107 teachers access those textbooks. So the teachers now are able to go into the library and assign the students, and the students are able to now read the textbooks and go to class or come after class and read the textbooks.
So
Now,
from your initial baseline of what this is, perhaps let's say they were here. After you've launched this program, have you seen any progress across not just reading, but what have you seen?
one of the things I know the students now, they are able to have discussion in class because of they able to read these textbooks. And these textbooks that we gave, they gave an exam every year. Certain grades have to take an exam. So we launched those textbooks last year. So we're gonna see how what effect these textbooks have on the exam, because we bought the West African Examination Council textbooks. So we bought the regular textbooks and the examination textbooks. So they're gonna be taking. We took it at last year March. It was they take the exam in May. It was too close to access these textbooks. So now we're looking at accessing these textbooks this year when the students take their exams. Because certain textbooks like mathematics, physics, chemistry, biology, we got like 3, 4 copies of each. So you have like 20 or more students reading the textbooks at one time. You don't have one biology, no. So we're trying to see, we're looking up to how it's going to affect their test scores or their performance this coming May,
Okay.
right? And then we went back in 2024. When we went back, we launched a fifth library. So we got out of Grand Creek County, we went to River G County, and we
Okay.
launched another library. And that library we have 16 schools that access that library that we have in River
Perfect.
G. And because of River G, we have now 36 schools. And
Okay.
then two other schools just added. So we have 38 schools using these libraries.
So are these libraries open to all, or is you have to pay?
It's free. Everything is free. We
Okay, good.
pay the staff. Everything is free. The usage of the textbooks are free. We have staff that we pay to run the libraries, and we're not running the library like the way, I don't want to say how they run things in Liberia from the onset. We put the we have the books, we have ledgers that everyone that enters the library signs in. We have book clubs. So we have book clubs in the library that we meet every other day in the book club. They sign in, they sign out. So at the end of the day, they can calculate how many persons come in the library. The library is not only open to students, this library is open to the general community
Okay.
because we have a magazine rack. We fly in a newspaper rack. Some people are visual learners. So we
Right.
fly in the newspaper from the capital city to these libraries, and people go to read the libraries. You have other nonprofit, you have NGOs that in the county, they use our library as a place they can go and sit and do their reports. It's a
Okay.
quiet place. So you have everyone using the libraries. So
That's
it's not
very good.
open to, yeah.
How do you get from Monrovia or perhaps Montserrat or Mangibi to this region? People are
Oh.
wondering, like, I want to go, I want to leave Monrovia to explore these other areas, but how do you?
Okay.
Oh,
My son he just texted me. He said, "Oh, Mama, I'm here now." He wasn't there. We we leave we leave when we pack our things here, they ship them. The container takes it to the ship. They ship them. We clear them. It takes the drive from Monrovia to where we're going is a 16 hours drive. But
okay.
because of the very bad condition of the road, it takes 3 days
Okay.
to get there. And my son went with me. I have a younger son.
Mm-hmm.
He just missed the recording telling me, "Oh, Mom, I'm here now." Uh,
Send
he
you the
went
link.
the pardon?
Send him the link.
Oh, I'm saying the link.
Yeah, he can join. Yeah.
How can I send it? Just transfer. Am I
Remember?
gonna?
Yeah, remember how I sent it to you via text? You can just send it to him, like copy and paste it to him.
Okay, hold on. I can come back to you, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yes, a link here. Yeah. Yeah. Here we are.
Okay, there you are.
So yeah. Yeah. I sent him the link. It's up to him.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
it's a 16 hours drive. But now they say because of the bad weather, we travel in March. Even
Yeah.
in March, it's not the rainy season. The dry season starts in November.
Right.
January, the ground is still wet. It's all mud. So you have to give that mud chance to dry before you can put a truck, a trick or treat, a truck on that road, or else your goose going to get stuck in the mud. So it takes that 16 hours takes 3 days by car.
Is that how you go? Or is that how your son went?
My son went by road. The
Okay.
first time we
Wow.
went, my son had been working with this program with me, doing all the research and everything. And when we got there, clearing things from the port takes so much time. And we kept putting off our flight. There's only one flight, 12, 13-seater Cessna plane that goes there that runs by a new missionary group. So we kept booking the flight and canceling and reschedule. And we got to a point they could only guarantee one seat. When we got to the airport, my son was on standby and he couldn't get on the plane. And he said to himself, he had already reached this far. He was already in the city. Why wouldn't he be able to reach? But I had a cousin who was sending 2 tractor trailer trucks. We hired 2 trucks. So he said, I'll go with my cousin in the truck.
Wow. It's
And my
first time
son,
in
yeah,
Liberia.
he went, he went in the truck and he took the video along the way. I mean, if you see the path, I didn't sleep for 3 days because there were no we couldn't call by phone. I couldn't talk to my son until at night.
Oh.
And then when I asked, where are you? He said, I don't know where we are. The driver is going to sleep and we're just in this truck. And I told him, don't eat nothing, don't drink nothing, take everything you want to eat with you. It may look very nice and tempting, don't take it. Your sister may not look at it, don't talk too much. They're gonna know you're an American and you're not speaking like them. You don't want to be raw. But he went
Wow.
and yeah, he went, he made it after 3 days. I didn't sleep. And then when they said that I went, I had to leave to go prepare for everything. And when they said that your son is in this county, the driver said it took like 3 times. So I drove back to Harper. And then I went back and then we met him. He said he was so happy because he said, Mom, they told me I was coming near where we were supposed to be, where you are supposed to be. And I said, I hope I can see my mom. So I was just parked at a spot where that truck was heading from. I said, I know that truck. So because I knew my truck, I was able to meet the truck and my son. We just packed up and we left. But I usually fly. I fly because once I get there, it's a lot of driving. I take like an hour and a half flight to Maryland County. And to get to Grand Crew, I rent a car. I rent a Range Rover or something, and they take me around. And I'm driving. I'm driving 2, 3 hours a day or
Okay.
more on a bad road, bad roads. So I save my energy to tackle those bad roads and
Right. That's why you don't
get
do the
there.
16 hours. Yeah.
I don't
Okay.
do the 16 hours. God, I didn't think I'd break down. But then when I get there,
But let's assume somebody wanted to use the road, right? There are benefits. I think we talk about this. Like they can stop to this place, they can stop at this place. Like you're
so
saying that.
you made in the on the truck.
No, if you are leaving Monrovia or Mangibi Maserado side, you
Oh,
can stop
yeah,
to
yeah, yeah.
Limba. Yeah, yeah. I'm
Right.
saying.
If you are leaving, I tell people make it a road trip. It's better. Don't just get in the car. I wouldn't get in the car if I had to drive. The reason why I'm not driving because I drive when I get there. But
Yeah.
if I didn't have to do a lot of driving, I was going for pleasure, I would make it a 1 week trip. I
Mm-hmm.
will start from Monrovia, stop in maybe 2 counties at a time. I'm going to drive and get to Bond County up north, spend the night, look around, see the town, get up the next day, drive to another county, Nima County. A lot of things
Mm-hmm.
happening on the road. Spend the
Yeah.
night, visit that town, get up the next day, drive to Grand Juda County, visit Grand Juda, get up the next day if you not if you can make it and drive. When I used to do those road trips when I was working for the government, that's how we did it. We didn't
Okay.
just get up in the car and drive. No, you gotta stop along the way. So it's better. You can see the country. You're not just in the
Right.
car and driving. You're stopping, you're visiting, you're having lunch, you're having breakfast and whatnot. So that's what you need to do. So it'll take you 3 days, but those 3 days you can do it in 6 days, stopping
See?
along the way. And the truck is just going. The truck is taking your cargo. So the truck is doing business. They're just there, and they are taking 3 days because of the obstacles along the road. The trucks could do it in a day, but because of getting stuck in the mud, car engine not working, car overheating, this and that. So they take 3 days.
Okay, that makes sense. So a lot of you guys were wondering, like, how do you go to like the southeast? She just told you you can make this a road trip. You can make it fun. You can make it exciting. You can travel with other people if you would like, but you have the privilege to stop in other counties, get to know those counties, and enjoy yourself. Along the way, eat your roasted corn, eat your roasted potato, whatever. Just enjoy yourself. So then let's go back to, because you guys are doing fascinating work. So now you left your, Granville County, Maryland side, River G. Now, where are you guys planning to go next with this library building?
We're trying to do two more libraries. One
Okay.
is we outside is like to going towards uh west, British Sierra Leone. We're trying
Okay.
to go towards that side. They call it clay. Bombing. It's bombing territory, clay.
Okay.
So it's another unserved area that is in clay. So we're going to open a library. Hopefully, when we get there this dry season, which is coming up in November, we can open a library in clay.
Okay.
There is also, there's another um, uh, there are a lot of underserved areas even in the
A
Monrovia, the
lot.
city.
Mhm.
So we're trying to go into one of those Parker Pin area there where they have that underserved
Right.
community to open a library there.
Yeah, Bomi is
And
very underserved. We have our portrait farm on that side, and just sometimes when I go to the farm there and I go around the area, I'm like, wow, nothing is here.
nothing is there.
So
Nothing
yeah, I
is there.
understand that. So what do you think people can do to be a part of what you're doing, your movement? I mean, some people say, well, I don't know where my money is going, but are there other things that they can do?
Yeah, we are 501c3.
Uh
So
huh.
all your donations are tax deductible. We have a summer reading program. Right now, we're running because for the past 2 years we had the two summer reading program 2022, 2023. But now we added something else to our we have book clubs. we
Okay.
have yeah we have book clubs, so we have over 100 students in our book clubs. But now we're going from school to school. We bought the DVD, we bought DVD players, and we bought the hook on phonics alphabet tips.
Mhm.
So the students now are learning the ABC. A lot of students in that area cannot read. So they
Right.
are learning the ABC by hearing the sound because the DVD enables them to hear the sound, the letter A, B, B, C,
Mhm.
D, D.
Right.
So these students are reading better. Last month, because we get our report, over 187 children in just one library learn how to read. And better pronunciation. And then this year, we usually look for donors for our summer program. Summer
Okay.
reading program, we only need the donors to buy snacks for the students because they come here 3 days a week. So you have about 200 plus students coming in one library. We got to give them something. These children cannot afford anything to eat, so at least we give them a donut, some cookies or something when they come, and a little juice box every time they come to the summer reading program.
So can I order snacks items and ship it to you? Is that how does that work?
You, if you want to ship it to me, I try to. You can buy it and ship it to us, or we can ship it. I
Okay.
try to patronize the local communities.
Oh,
I
okay,
try
okay.
to buy it from like things like cookies and things. I'm not gonna waste my time and it's too much freight.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't want, the sun is so hot. You don't want for it to melt.
So
If you
so what are
buy,
some things that people can actually order and donate and send to you for you to ship?
or they can send pencils, they can order it on Walmart or Amazon and they just ship
Okay.
it to us. Our PO box is 192 Van Community Outreach.
I'll put the
PO,
address. Mm-hmm.
yeah. You have the address, you can post it so they can ship it to us and we can pick it up, or they can ship it and pencils or notebooks, sharpeners or erasers, chalks for the teachers,
Okay.
binders. We do all those things and we supply them to the students.
Good.
And we also have we need additional textbooks. These textbooks cost, the Liberian textbooks cost up to like $2,000. When we ordered them, they were like 180. But then COVID came. By the time we could get there, the price went up to like 2003. So and because we also bought additional copies of them, the books cost about $2,000. So we have three
How
libraries.
many books?
You're talking about textbooks from nursery,
Okay.
from nursery to 12th grade. The whole set of books, English, math, the readers, and all of that. So the first grade, second grade, and third grade use the same textbooks. These are textbooks that students use in school, but the parents cannot afford the textbooks. Even in the city, they don't have textbooks. Teachers
Right.
have to write those textbooks, the content on the blackboard every day. And students are just writing, but they're not able to go and read and see. And you'd be surprised. One of our, we had our summer program, and this girl came from a big city and she came to our summer reading program because reading takes you out into the world. It
All
broadens your
right.
imagination. The book they read that day was about the four seasons of the world, and this girl was able to learn about. She didn't know they have four seasons. You know, they have summer, winter, fall. She thought it was just rain, either raining or the sun, but she was able to learn that. And this is a girl. So we appreciate donations for textbooks so
Okay.
that we can buy these textbooks. So you can say, oh, give me the donation for one grade. I
Okay.
will tell you how much it costs, how much each class costs. Because from kindergarten to from nursery to 12th grade, you're talking about first to first to 12 at 12, 13, 15 grades, 15 classes. So it's 15 set of books. You can say, oh, I'll buy the books for the nursery class. Nursery is maybe 50 something dollars. I'm like, look at these little kids' books, 50 something dollars. Parents can afford it. Or I would buy a second grade textbook, a set of
Okay.
second grade textbooks. Or I would buy the 12th grader textbooks. Or I would buy a book. The book range from like $3 to up to $30, depending on
Okay.
the grade. Yeah. So I would buy a book. Or yeah. What we do, if you buy a book, we have a stamp. We're gonna stamp in our book. This book is donated, and we put your name in it if you tell us to do it.
Wow.
We stamp the inside of the book so people know that this book was donated by someone.
Good, very good, very good. Okay, so yeah, so for some of you who are probably wondering, okay, maybe I only have $10 to donate. Every little donation does count. And if you're also wondering about money, your donation where it's gonna go, she just said 501c.
Three,
And you can do that and get your tax credit, whatever it is.
right.
You can do that, and then write up. You can also order the books. You can also order all the school supplies, and the email, the address that I'm going to put in this description of the video. You can use that to donate. When you educate a nation, you flourish, so
Right.
as part of that, these are our future leaders. And so being able to read really helps the illiteracy rate, to be honest. And like literacy rate is very, very
Very
poor.
high.
And so we need to do better. As for some of us who are very privileged of, whether it's financially or we've gone to school, we've learned wherever we can, however way we can contribute to the society, especially those underserved areas. We can do that, and you don't have to be from the southeast. To be honest, you guys,
Right.
I'm not from Bone County, but I do donate to the blind, that are in Bone County, because again, it is my responsibility to help those who are in need, and those who cannot get. So that's really it. Any last word, Miss Veronica?
Yeah, we have a fundraising event because we have 9 staff. We have to maintain the libraries. We have to do repairs sometimes, especially during the rain, the roof leakage in the roof, or running general monthly maintenance and operating costs. We have to do that. So uh, I mean, I can. We have a list if you went online at vancomoutreach.com. You will see our website and some of the things you can donate are listed there. We have a 1 year. We have an event 1 year, once a year. We have an event in Delaware on May 3rd where we raise funds to maintain some of the services in the library. We haven't been whatever we get from it. You can go online. If you can't come to our event, you can still go online. There he goes, and you can
Oh man.
donate to the library. Now this is my son. He made 2 trips. His name is Theo.
I'm
Theo
excited
made
to hear from him. Yeah, just continue when you're done. I will ask him questions.
Yeah, Theo made 2 trips. Theo went to he even crossed the battle. He knows where all these libraries are. So he can tell you more, looking at it from the U.S. standpoint, what the students have available to them, and what these underserved communities do not have. So Tia, you can take over. I think I've
Hi,
had
Theo.
enough.
Welcome to the channel.
How you doing? How
Thanks
you
for
doing?
joining us. Yeah, your mom was telling me that you visited Liberia and you helped out. So you want to tell us a little bit about your time there and what you guys do?
Uh, I can't. Should I say the whole thing though?
Ah.
Because it was really good. The work we did. It took a lot of effort. My mom's been working at this since like 2019. She's been trying to do something like this pretty much as long as I've been around. She's through all these organizations, and she finally just said, "I'm just gonna me and her and my dad just like we're gonna do our own thing. We're gonna get off the ground." They're able to find a lot of people who were donating. Got a whole 40-foot carrier truck to ship to Liberia, and we did that in 2022, and it was really hard getting the shipment off the shipyard because of all the issues with what is it? What do they call it?
With
LRC or
everything, all this.
the tax people. You get one form, you gotta get it signed off by a certain person. You have to have a certain auditor, and then we'll go to the government office to figure out how to do it. We'll do it. We'll go back to the government office. We'll say, "Why you do it like that?" And it's the same person that told us the wrong information. So it's a lot of ish. It was a lot of issues. And when we were there, my mom was telling me how a lot of people try to do the same thing. They try to send stuff back to Liberia and just try to get stuff off the ground, just help out where they're from. And it just is so hard nowadays that people kind of just give up. And luckily, we were both there together that we could keep each other motivated and keep each other giving each other the energy to complete the mission. And my mom was able to get everything off the truck, even though I had malaria and had typhoid at the
Oh.
same time. It was crazy. It was a very interesting trip, but it was beautiful being in Liberia. It was beautiful being in Betsu, Grand Cess.
Oh.
My mom's family's from Betsu, and I can just see a lot of myself and a lot of my family and the people when we met them. The same way in Grand Cess and this past year, 2024, we extended to River G, and it was just a lot just getting everything together. But luckily, we're able to get everything together, and the people, it's just nice over there. Grand Crew is just very nice, very clean, very beautiful area. River G, just so far ahead, infrastructure wise, technology wise. Like the roads paved,
Yeah.
the roads have lights on them. They're all you can see everywhere you go. Like charging
Wow.
stations every which way. Like it's just nice. River G, Maryland's, Grand Cru. Those are like my top places in Liberia.
Wow.
Monrovia is nice; it has access and stuff like that. But like the really nice place, like when I enjoy Liberia is River G, Maryland, and Grand Cru. And I probably would have never went there if it wasn't for me helping my mom and doing that work. And that was my first experience going to Liberia in 2022 with her. So I got to just see the whole. I really got to see the whole country. It was a thing where we had to ship. We are supposed to have our books shipped from Monrovia to Grand Cru, but it ended up being late, and my mom already had to take the flight. By the time the shipment was supposed to leave, my mom would have already been in Grand Cru. So I
Um,
stayed back because I wasn't able to get on that plane. We had there was like a plane that's ran by the Catholic diocese, and they had one place she was able to fit into herself into it, but I wasn't able to get a ticket, so I had to take the truck and go with the truck from Monrovia, go all the way up to up the mountain, come all the way back down, all the way around to
so you're taking
Grand
spirit,
Cru.
like spirit, spirit
Yeah,
airline.
yeah, yeah, going up and down left exactly because we couldn't go straight because of all the rivers and stuff like that. They weren't able to make it, and I think it was like a 4 day trip, 4 day left and right. It was like me fresh off healing from malaria. So we were still, my mom was still afraid for me to get sick, so I couldn't even eat on the
Aw.
road. So all I could eat was like a little bit of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I had
Mm.
saved. And they told us it was going to be a 1 day, 2 day trip. It was going to be an 18-hour
It
hour
turned
trip.
into
That's what they kept
four
saying.
days.
It took 4 days because the trucks are like from the 80s. Like they're so
Oh,
old. They're so broken that they're going up and down these hard roads. These roads have huge hills and a lot of pits and stuff like that. So they're taking a lot of beating and damage. So we would have to take a break every lunchtime, like 3 hour break, so they can just sit down and repair that truck so that we
oh,
can keep going. And then the truck would go slow. It would be like going 30 miles an hour. Like it was so, and in America, it's like a 400-mile trip. So
right,
it would just be from DC to New York. You can do
right.
that in like a few hours, 4 hours,
Yeah.
not too long. But there, oh my, it's that 4 hour trip. We had to park out we would go past the checkpoints, and it would be like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, and we'll go past that checkpoint, and then like we'll go like maybe 5 more minutes, and we'll just stop in the middle of the road, just in the forest, so you can't even see anything. It's just dark. Just like, okay,
Damn.
we're gonna come sleep. I'm like, oh really?
Man, what a camping trip in the truck.
Yeah, I really saw Liberia that way. But it was nice to see just how the different parts, the different regions. We went up to Nimba County, came all the way down to Maryland, River G, all that, all around. It was just really really nice to see the, pretty much all of Liberia. So it was a nice, beautiful trip.
Nima
It was
is
a
different. They have lights. They have something going on there in Nima.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
So,
mean,
like, I mean, doing your trip though, you got to see like other places. Otherwise, if you were to take the plane, you wouldn't have like seen those places.
exactly. I would have just went. I only would have went to Monrovia and Grand Cru, and that's pretty much it. But because of that trip, I was really able to see everything. So
Yeah.
it was really nice seeing all the
Will
different
you do it
places.
again with all the headaches?
Um, like take the truck trip, or just
So
take a trip as
just
a
go
Liberia.
back in the
Oh
county.
yeah, oh yeah. It's nice being there. I like the people. The people are just nice, full of life, just present, enjoying. Curious. I'm curious about them. They're curious about me. It's funny. I can be meeting the kids, and they can be laughing at me because of my accent.
And be like, what type of American boy is this?
Yeah. They'll be like, "Oh, say something again." I'm just like, wow. I'm really just being bullied by all these kids. It's kind of crazy. It's too
Right.
funny though. It was too funny though. No, I was enjoying them though. And then when we go to Grand Sets, it's all by the we're staying with the church. We're staying with the Catholic Church over there,
Okay.
and they live kind of by the beach. Like we're maybe like a
I
mile from the
love it.
beach,
Yeah.
so you can just and all day you can just hear the waves rushing and flowing. You can smell the salt in the air. And then we went around Grand Cess, and we went to New Cess, and we met with some of
Wow.
the elders in there. They're showing us all the different areas. It's just nice, man. Grand Crew is nice. Grand Sis is nice. That's my
I
favorite over
miss
there,
it.
man.
I miss it. That's where I'm
Yeah.
from.
Are you from there?
Yeah, I left when I was a little girl, like
Oh.
probably when I was 6. But
Have you been back since?
not Grandstand specifically, but I do go to like Liberia and I go to like the other counties
Yeah.
nearby, and hopefully I will go back soon. But yeah, oh my goodness, that's a really good experience, especially you're born here. A lot of people are like, I don't
Mhm.
want to go over there, I don't want to go over there, but it's really life changing.
Yeah, it just opens your mind to what's out there. It shows that the world is small, you know. It's nothing to go to Africa. You know, people are always taking trips to Europe and
Right,
Jamaica, all that stuff. It's like, okay, let's go to Africa real quick, see our people.
right.
And it's very interesting going back and just like I said, going to Betu and just like going to Betu and Liberia and Monrovia, just seeing how the people are and realizing, okay, this is kind of why I am how I am. I
Right,
think it's just kind of in my blood
right.
to be maybe more like an outspoken, loud, more jovial type, colorful type. The people are there just like very expressive and open. It's really nice.
So you
So
just got to
yeah,
see where your mom was, where she's from, right? That was
yeah,
life changing. Did you
eh.
did you take the canoe as well?
Yeah. We took the canoe. Yeah, we wanted to take our own canoe, but there was a whole to do with that one. But they had a second canoe. So we're taking that. And then it just made me, because my mom has always been, my mom is just a very strong woman, very strong minded woman. If she has a day in her mind, she'll get it done. It doesn't matter if she, has to, make noise, anything like that. It'll be done. It'll be done correct. And then
Right.
after going to Liberia, seeing how hard you can get things done, and you have to really be assertive to get things done.
Exactly.
I just 100% understand my mom's standpoint, and that's the reason why she's so successful. Like so many ways she's been successful in her life. That she had to be the type of person that put her foot down, and it makes me want to embrace that type of mindset. Not being rude or anything like that. She's
Right.
not rude or anything like that, but just being assertive. And it's nothing wrong with
Exactly.
being assertive and getting exactly what you need to be done, because if you don't, they're gonna sit down and play in your face and say, "Oh, we'll get it done next week. Or I'll get it done tomorrow. Oh, I ain't got time today. Oh, you're supposed to come back." No, no, we don't have time for that. No, we don't have
I love
time.
it. I love
Our ticket is
it.
booked. Our ticket is booked. We have to go in 2 days. It'll be done or it will not be done.
But anyway,
And
before
then
we
you
leave here, what is your favorite dish? Like Liberian food?
favorite Liberian food? I gotta say chicken.
Oh wow.
I gotta say chicken. That's my favorite. My mom will say. I forget what was that. What was that restaurant we went to?
We went to what again? You said Nagas, yeah.
Okay, so
Naka? Was it
Hmm.
Elaine's or
Yeah,
something? Or
yeah.
yeah,
And
yeah.
he had you check it there.
It
okay.
was so good. It was
So, but I
so
mean,
good.
when you went to the southeast, did you like palm butter? Did you like any fish? Did
Oh
you like
yeah,
anything?
it was like fish all the. It was like
Yeah,
pepper soup all the time. Pepper
all
soup
the
all
time.
day, all night. Yes, pepper soup.
Because of the fish, the ocean, you can get fish,
Yeah,
The
fresh
yeah,
coconut
and it was
water,
good.
coconut water.
coconut,
Yeah, the coconut.
coconut.
Yeah, yeah. The first time I had a coconut, yeah, it was good, man. Yeah, yeah,
But he
That's
has he's been there 2 times. He went 2022 and
yeah.
he went back
okay.
2024. Yeah.
That's
So,
good.
so when he went back 2024, they all knew him. Oh, Tia, Tia.
Yeah, I thought they would have remembered me. I was just like, okay. I mean, I was like, wow, y'all
That's
really
nice.
appreciated me. Yeah, because I remember some of them going back. I remember a lot of them going back. I was like, oh. Or
Yeah,
then when my mom went in 2020, she had a bunch of videos, and I would be like editing the videos. So when I finally went there, I'm just like, oh, you're that guy from that one, or you're that guy from that. It's like, oh, you were just the whole chief the whole time. It was just interesting just seeing, bringing context to what I was seeing before. So yeah,
that's
it
very
And
was
what
good.
I
good.
And one of the men, one of the registrar, when we went 2022, he was almost in tears. He said he thanked us for going because he said it was the first time that area being made first. They are never the first in anything. They always the last. As a result, nothing gets to them. And for us to have made them the first,
Wow.
I mean, he was like, "Thank you so much for making us the first. We've never been. Nothing ever started with us. It always went somewhere else. By the time it got to us, it was over."
So
Anyway.
underserved, and thanks to you guys for the service as well, because like we talked about earlier, it has been such an underserved area, and people don't look at that area to take anything there. So thanks to all of you, and I encourage my viewers to please donate, if it's financially you can, a monetary, if it's just books, pencils, everything she listed, you can check into the organization too and see how best you can help to make an impact. So thanks to all of you for watching. Thanks to Ms. Veronica and her son Tio for coming on this channel. We appreciate the work, and let us continue to uplift Liberia in the best way we can. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna end my live, but I'm not gonna end it with you guys yet.